a lot of Russian Jews, Ukrainian Jews, or whatever, other country that like they can speak Russian as well, and they would be considered sort of like a Russian Ukrainian Jew. We, my whole life, we had Christmas decorations and a Christmas tree. We only recently stopped because like the smell and like I don't know. It's too much to take care of right now. One day I will do decorations again, but I was not one of those. There's actually a lot of Jews who like they're not even religious at all, but they don't have anything Christmas, and to them it's like weird to have a Christmas anything, but a lot of the Russian Jews, especially, we always had Christmas decorations, always had like, to us it was like New Year's decorations, right? And like my fully Jewish father, he never had anything of a like la 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 la, I don't want to hear about Santa Claus. Like he was like, oh, like Santa Claus is gonna come home, like, he, when I was a child, you know what I mean, like we it was normal for us to have Christmas basically in our home. And like also the fact, like I said, I was baptized. My grandma's Christian Catholic, and my mother, yeah, and my mother is like half Jewish, whatever. So anyway, the thing about the Holocaust, red pill, how are y'all doing? Are y'all good? See, this is the thing about the red pill that really pisses me off. Let's jump right into it. That's why I know the red pill people, a lot of them are either like robots, holograms, very huge, scary Satanist federal agent in the army who are not citizens. I don't know, like, this is the thing, like, a lot of people who are red pill people fans, like, fans of people who are red pill, like, it doesn't, like, the thing is, I don't, like, okay, if you agree with what they're saying, it's one thing, but the messenger does matter. Y'all do know that, right? It's one thing if, like, let's just talk about very quickly, I'm not going to talk about misogyny here because this is about, like, Hitler and Holocaust, but it's one thing if a man who is just, maybe a few girls were nasty to him and left him in relationships, and now I don't know what happened, but it's just like a man who, like, is angered by a few, like, female relationships that he had, and even, like, the way the woman treated him, that even, like, a feminist would agree that he's right to, like, feel hurt by those women, right? And now he's like, oh, blah blah blah, and says all the misogynistic things, but he's not a federal. He's just gonna, have a job. Maybe he's gonna be wealthy and really make like $3 million a year after taxes, and he's gonna invest, like, maybe it's like a regular, like, man. But the red pill are federal agents, so what are you all doing, like, celebrating with them? That's my question. Like, all the red pill people, or who would agree with them, right? Sometimes you're like, oh, you're a woman, how do you agree? Women can be Satanists too. I don't know what planet you're on, but hello, welcome to reality. Oh, but anyways, just very quickly, no, I want to add this too. There's no such thing as misogyny. It's Satanism, where women have no rights. It's a satanic society, and men didn't take away, citizen men didn't take away women's rights. Women, men, aliens, army, weapon, technology, hologram, time travel, yes, exist. Aliens, yes, exist. Dimension bending and all of that. That's what took away women's rights. And also, like, evil aliens that, like, can shapeshift, and laboratories and all of that. Like, that's what took away women's rights. That's how they could be enforced. And any men are like, well, if we all came together to away your rights. Yeah, the Lord doesn't program men to think like that. Just, okay, but anyways, let's talk about the Holocaust. I'm sorry. Hitler ate shit. I mean, the Russian Jews who celebrate Christmas, the Marilyn Monroes, like the woman who all... Oh, speaking of Marilyn Monroe, in the future, I'm going to talk about that it was important for our women to dress like Marilyn Monroe during that time. What I mean is not like her blonde hair and the makeup and the dresses, but it was like it was their, like, therapy to themselves of saying like, I'm not going to lose my femininity no matter what is going on. I'm not going to lose who I am. So they kept themselves together out of almost like hysteria. You know what I mean? It was almost out of hysteria they kept themselves. So that's why, like, in our culture, right? You could be the most, like, you could have a cold where like you would literally need aliens to come get you and teleport you. You can't walk. Your mother will be like, excuse me, why do you look like shit going to the doctor? You could be like, I'm sick. No, they don't care if you're sick. You're gonna come in looking like Marilyn Monroe at the doctor. And I don't even mean the outfit. I mean like you're gonna wear like a silk button down. You're gonna wear some type of nice bag. Your nails are gonna be done. I don't care if you're harking and coughing. Like you're gonna look good at the doctor even if you're sick. We don't care. You know what I mean? That's where that tradition came from. That's why we're very strict. Like, you know, you want to know what's funny? That's why a lot of Europeans are that way. Like my friend, her mom, they are European. I'm not gonna talk much about them, but one time she was in the camera and her nails were not done, and her mom like pushed her hand away like that. You know, that's where all of that like came from. A lot of it came from like when all of that was happening, our women, they were like, no. And once again, Marilyn Monroe does not mean like the stereotypical white furry dress with the fur and all of that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like the women really made sure like they did what they could to look beautiful, and not for like, and the thing is, the very important thing oops, sorry. The very important thing to understand that this wasn't for, like, okay, you know how during the like wars, you're like, how do you have time to think of being beautiful? But that's the point, because they had to take care of households. Some husbands were leaving and dying during war. They lost some family members during war, and when you don't take, sometimes that's the last straw. Like when you don't look good, and like I said, it's more mental than physical, right? Like for example, in 2020, when I was I'm gonna talk about it later on, maybe. I don't know if I can even explain to y'all what happened to me during 2020. Y'all had COVID, I had God knows what. Well, actually, I know what I had, but you know, there were times where I was sick and I couldn't go outside. Basically, I'll put it like that. And I would dress up sometimes, and it wasn't for the physical, but it was so like I feel like I still have myself together. So if I was, you know, in the comfort of my own home going through that, like there were women going through war. So that's what I mean. Like that's where all that idea of like sometimes you hear a lot of like Russians, they make these jokes, which I don't know, like at this point when you think about the root of the joke, it becomes not funny. But a lot of us, like especially Russian speaking and who have some type of Jews or Holocaust survivors in our family, you know, or just even World War I and II survivors, the woman, like it's cultural that like you could be sick, but you're gonna dress like you're gonna wear like a nice button down, or you're gonna wear a nice, not hoochie, but like a professional dress to the doctor. Like you better look like you're going to an interview to the doctor. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't care how sick you are, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna make another video because I kind of like rambled on, but that one is good. The next one is gonna be more serious, and it's gonna be to the red pill. So hang on.